OJ, last week you and Gronk were very involved in the passing game. Do you anticipate? Can you anticipate those games just based on what you see on film and the coverage? And would you think with Chris out that you and Gronk and the tight ends might have to carry more of the receiving load?
Yeah, going into each game plan, we kind of, have an idea of, what a lot of teams like to run on certain downs and what coverages, and we kind of try to, put plays in, and we know we're gonna have some opportunities to get those looks, and hopefully, when Byron calls the plays, we get an opportunity to make a play on it. So, we kind of go from there. You know what I mean? And then we just go into the mindset every week to help out the team and make some plays as a unit collectively.
Can you describe the deep ball, better throw or better catch?
Man, for sure, better throw, man. I mean, the coverage was really good coverage, and I think Tom put it in a spot where only I can make the play or no one was gonna make the play. So it just happened to be like on the outside shoulder and high, and the guy had his head turned, he couldn't see it, and it just fell right in the bucket. So it was a great throw.
Thanks, OJ.
Next is Greg Allman.
In terms of this offense kind of coming and clicking, I know you might be shorthanded overall on Sunday, but just want to ask you how much difference you see in week 3 from week 1 in terms of Tom being on the same page with you guys, everything looking more the way you want it to.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of improvement so far from week 1 to week 3. Just little things as far as like just being on the same page on certain concepts or versus certain coverages. But there's still a lot of things out there we still can improve on it to get it all down pack and make it flow as smooth as we really want it to. But there's definitely have been improvement, and that just comes from film study and just finally playing together. It was our 3rd time, so I think as the season goes on, we're just going to get more comfortable.
Thanks, OJ.
All right, next is Jenna Lane.
OJ, back to that throw that Rick mentioned. I think there was like 0.5 yards of separation between you and the nearest defender. I mean, really, it was so tight, the coverage and everything. And Tom hadn't thrown a pass like that in quite a while, especially on the deep ball. Did you feel like in that moment, like that was kind of a breakthrough moment for you and for him? Because he's had some big plays in practice, but for you guys to be able to connect like that in a game, what did that do for you?
It was a big play. I think it was like I said, great throw, great catch. It definitely can help out when it comes down to that trust factor. The biggest thing I think Tom stresses with us on it, when he does give us a 50-50 ball, he would love for us to make the plays, but the most important thing is don't allow them to make an interception, but to come down with that ball, I think it's an opportunity for more things like that to lead up to more plays when the ball is 50-50. He may give myself a chance to make a play again.
Did he say anything to you after that?
It was more just, really good catch. I think everybody was just, complimenting the catch. It was, because it was a really tough adjustment on the ball.
Yeah.
So that's really, really all it was.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, next is James Palmer.
OJ, you guys are obviously trying to put something new together, and we ask you about it repeatedly throughout all of camp and all this and putting it together. But at the same time, when you see it kind of get better each week, does the mindset kind of have sort of an excitement, I guess, in the week, knowing that you're seeing it going in a direction that you guys are kind of excited to get back to work?
Absolutely, because, we know what we have in this room as an offensive unit. We know the talent we have, and we know the work that we've been putting in all offseason and all training camp. And when we finally see it start paying off on Sundays and seeing the improvement we're making and not making the same mistakes twice, and it's very encouraging because we're special, but it's going to take us to do it every week and be consistent.
Are you finding out some of those things in game where you're going, all right, this week we should try to think about blank, blank, blank because this is starting to work? Do you kind of have those conversations maybe in the locker room afterwards or on the plane?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, every game, you learn something new about our offense and about our identity. And those are things that we write down and we speak about it. When we get back to meetings on Monday or Tuesday, and then we just try to add on to it for next week, and then try to just go from there. And I think we just keep stacking them, and eventually we're going to just be on a roll.
Thanks, OJ.
All right, next to Ed and Cena.
Hey, OJ, you guys, practiced against Todd Bowles' defense all training camp, and what is it like going against them in practice, considering all of the different kind of looks and get where the way guys come and rush the quarterback and provide pressure. I mean, what is that like from the other side?
Yeah, it helped us a lot, especially facing like, certain defenses during the year, because with our defense we get multiple looks and a lot of different blitzes. I think what Coach Bowles does is, there's not many other teams that are going to give you that much different looks, for one game plan. And for us to get that all training camp and to get a lot of looks in practice on that, it really was helpful for us to pick up blitzes and or side adjusts or whatever it may be. So it's real good to compete against those guys during training camp.
And I know that there's so much excitement about sports locally in Tampa Bay right now. The Lightning. And I know that you've been known to attend a Rays game and catch a foul ball in the postseason once in a while. So can you guys feel that kind of excitement, even though those aren't your teams? Can that kind of resonate in your locker room too?
Yeah, absolutely. The city, man, it's been a drought, if you would say, for sports teams and around. So they're ready for something like this to happen. And the Lightning, they started it off with a great opportunity with winning the Stanley Cup. So they're behind us 100% of the way. So we got the Rays, like you said, they're in the postseason right now. So it's going to be very interesting. But it is motivation because you see that it can be done, and we root for those guys all year long, and we're happy for them just like they're happy for us.
Thanks, OJ.
All right, next is John Ledyard.
OJ, when you've been out there this year, you've really made some big plays already, but still kind of on pace to play less snaps than a year ago. Is that weird for you at all? Do you feel like you can maybe earn the opportunity to play more snaps? Has that crossed your mind at all?
Yeah, it's definitely been kind of just weird and a little different, but that was kind of playing a new role this year. Obviously, we added Gronk and we got Cam, so that's more different, more reps for all of us to divide up evenly. So that's just the way it's gonna go. But no, it hasn't been weird at all at first because I kind of was expecting that going into training camp. We already got the feel for it or whatnot. But at the same time, we all know each other's positions, so you never know what may happen. We all can get thrown in the fire and got to pick up each other's positions on the fly. So we always try to stay ready for that.
You talked to us, OJ, in the offseason about how much time you had spent trying to work on your footwork and your run blocking and improve that part of your game in the offseason. How do you feel like that's gone now 3 games into the season?
It's been good. Mostly I think it's been a little more about, paying attention to detail, kind of know what those guys are going to line up in, studying my defenders, who's lining up against me. It has helped a lot slow the game down, and just that's half of the battle right there, just knowing what they're going to do before they do it. So it's been going really well, and I'm just going to try to keep stacking on it and improving every week.
All right, our last question comes from Leo Haggerty.
OJ, in reality, it's really the 3rd game of the exhibition season for your body. Are you still winding into football shape?
Oh, no, I'm good, man. I think, out here in Tampa, you're going to get in shape before you really want to. It's going to make you, when we go through training camp, the way we practice and the way how many plays we get in out here on our team per day during training camp, you're going to have no choice but to get in shape. So I'm feeling really well. I think I'm in tip-top shape, so I'm ready for any type of weather, any type of condition to play as many snaps as I need to.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks, OJ.
All right, appreciate you.